Hey guys, it's Rebecca. It's July 2nd. This is the second video that I'm posting today. And this video is not going to be a word for word channeled video. It's going to be an explanation for the video that I posted on June 30th about Independence Day. The Arcturians came through and they did have some messaging that I can see how it was slightly confusing to some people. The issue, or the confusion, not the issue, that some of you guys were having was around sort of having these 3D obligations, but being told or it being suggested by the Arcturians to detach from these 3D obligations. And even though they said in the message, we understand that you have obligations, you have things to do, we're asking you to detach. And so it's like, well, how do I do that if I have to go to work, if I have to pay bills, if I have to support my family? And what they're saying is not, they're not coming from a place of feeling like it's easy to just leave your job. What they're saying is that what's important is the energy or the frequency that you're aligning with when you approach these old earth systems, these systems of control. Approach these things with an embodied knowing that these things do not define me. These things are means to an end, and don't lend your energy any more than you absolutely have to these systems, whether it's school or work or government, banking, education. I said school. All of these systems, although kind of on the surface they look like systems that are meant to support us, really the primary intention behind them is to control us. The other thing that they're saying, they're coming through right now with the message, is they're saying that begin to set your intentions on shifting away from those systems of control. So if you're in a job where you feel like it falls into that category, even if you don't know what you're going to do next, set the intention that I'm not going to live this way for the rest of my life. That is not the path that I am on. The path that I am on is a path of freedom. The path that I am on is a path of enlightenment, of, love, freedom. It's really the right word for it. And approach your job, approach your obligations with that energy, knowing that I don't need to know what it looks like, but I know that I'm not here for this forever. That's not what I'm here for. I went through exactly the same thing before I decided to switch to doing this job, which I've been doing for the last 5 years. But before that, I was a practicing board certified therapist. I had my own therapy practice. It was very successful. But I became increasingly more unhappy giving all of my time and energy to that when I knew that there was something else that I was meant to be aligning with. They're also saying it's not just your job or the fact that you have to pay taxes. They're also saying, those are just a couple of examples, right, of these systems of control. They're also saying things like utilities, mortgages, all of these systems of control, although we can't see what it looks like in between old earth and new earth, where all of these things are necessary versus they're not necessary. The idea is to shift into the energy that creates this stuff over here, that creates this new earth stuff. That's how we create new earth. It's not there waiting for us. We manifest it, we create it as we move forward through this process as a collective. We are collectively manifesting this new reality for ourselves. And so your energy must align with that. Even if, like, I have a mortgage, I have bills to pay, I'm still on, city water and all of those kinds of things that I still have, I don't want to say that I have to, but I choose to because it's more convenient or, whatever the case may be. But begin to shift your energy. You will notice that more of what is aligned for you will begin to come when you shift your energy towards that. Align with those vibrations. Imagine that you don't have these attachments. You don't have these, I'm trying to think of the word. You don't have these things that are controlling your ability to live your life at a level that is comfortable for you with your family and, all of those kinds of things. So hopefully that helps. Sometimes when a telepathic channeled message comes through, the wording can be a little tricky. There's always an energetic context and a picture or a scene, kind of like a movie, that I experience as well. So there's more than just that verbal transmission that comes through. So if you guys ever want clarification, please feel free to ask and I'll do my best. Sending you all of my love and happy ascension.